So there, folks, welcome back to Towns with Charon and Velerious.
Hello again, everyone.
Hello, Velerious. Unpausing, set people on their way. Last episode, we're talking about games.
Indeed.
Specifically sort of games from this year, games that we played this year and stuff like that.
So games that we played this year that actually held our attention for longer than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Which most games nowadays you put on, find out that it's got something wrong with the options, the game audio is too loud when it starts for no reason.
Well, we'll come to broken games in a bit, because we'll talk about the shittest games of the year, but you thought of one off camera that you've enjoyed this year.
Yeah, I managed to pick up in a bundle, Bard's Tale.
Yeah, which is like a really old sort of indie RPG, innit?
The first, second and third game is like MS-DOS.
Yeah.
We're talking like the games that come out now at pre-alpha. That's kind of like what they are. But the fourth game, the Unlimited version, was really bizarre. It was a complete RPG that basically takes the piss out of itself. So like you have these jaunty little songs in the tavern while everyone goes around slaying rats and everything. You can go push over cows for no reason. And one song that kind of like stuck in my head that I then showed you because I was just in hysterics by it was the song of obviously Charlie Mops.
Yeah, the man who invented beer.
Yes, he made a wonderful drink with hops.
Yeah, because you play as a bard and like learn all sorts of songs as you go through. It looks quite interesting.
And the songs do special things. So like you will learn a song to summon a rat.
Yeah.
Where like if you actually walk into a tavern with a rat, it freaks out the woman, the barmaid, and she asks you to kill it.
Yeah. So it's like
it's actually your own quest.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Another game that I haven't bought yet, which I like the look of, is Democracy 3. I've seen a lot of people playing that, and that looks like the kind of game I'd really enjoy. You would hate it, wouldn't you?
I've just taken it off my wish list recently.
Yeah.
At first it looked really interesting, but I've started to realise now it looks like something I personally would just get bored with quite easily.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to get it.
Don't get me wrong. I like running my own government and everything, but it's the same as FTL. There's no graphics.
I'm sort of waiting for the Steam sale, the Christmas sale.
I actually noticed in one of my bundles, yonks ago, I got FTL.
Oh yeah.
So I'm actually giving it a try, just for you.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Are you playing it for your channel?
No.
Just playing it for yourself.
You wouldn't see me play it for my channel. I already raged at least twice on the fucking thing.
It's a great game. I love FTL.
It's a great game until someone comes and blows you up.
I know. It's really hard. When you get to the end boss is just sick hard. And it's
I was like flying around. I killed like 8 ships, right? 8 ships. Yeah. Just flying around killing them. I was like, oh, this is going really well and everything. Then suddenly it's going, boop, boop. I was like, why is everyone's health so low? Oh, I've got to get everyone into the med bay. So everyone ran into the med bay. I'm sat there going like, I wonder what's wrong. There's a shield there. There's an oxygen that's red. Oh! So I had to make someone run over there, and while they were there, they like starved of oxygen. I think it was you. I called one of them Sharon, and he just died repeatedly. Every playthrough I had, Sharon died immediately.
It was a great game, actually. I really enjoyed it. The last boss, I actually defeated him, which took me forever. I had so many goes at it until I finally killed him, and like, the joy of killing him was just like, yes! Fucking done it, finally, oh my god!
The one problem I always have with Game of the Year is my number 3 is like always taken. Because my Game of the Year that's always number 3 is Beat Hazard.
Beat Hazard?
There is no way in hell that I can say anything bad about Beat Hazard. It is the only thing that I could ever say is that I can't film it. And that's the one problem.
I know, that is annoying.
Like, I could film it with really rubbish royalty-free songs, but who wants to do that? I want something like, even Area 11 would be pretty cool.
Well, we did film it with our song, didn't we? But it's like, it's not the same. You want to do it to your favourite fucking tunes.
Pre-warning here, guys. If you've got epilepsy or you are upset by flashing lights, do not buy Beat Hazard.
Yeah.
My recommendation would be, if you have very strong eyes that work quite well, and even if you need glasses, but they're not that bad, you know, go play some Beat Hazard.
Yeah. It's not very epilepsy friendly, is it? It's very lots of strobe effects, lots of flashing lights and colours. It's pretty cool though. Fucking fantastic game. So anyway, shit games. Oh my god, shit games have been in abundance this year.
Oh yeah.
Jesus. I think my biggest disappointment, not a game that came out this year, but the biggest disappointment that I bought this year was Assassin's Creed 2. Sort of bought that, because I played Assassin's Creed 1 a long time ago. Me and you both played it at the same time. We sat in the same room, in fact, with back-to-back PCs, sort of playing it and having a right laugh, didn't we? And it was really, really good. And then the second game, I didn't like the style as much, so I never really bought it. And then I got it this year. I thought, fuck it, I'll buy it. It's in the Steam sale. It's only a £5. I'll give it a shot. Loaded it up, put it on, mouse acceleration. And it's like, you can't disable it. And it's not just a little bit of mouse acceleration. It's like, remember Ghostbusters? How bad that was?
That's going back to when mouse acceleration was a big thing.
I know.
If you remember my Bioshock playthrough, every episode you'll notice I go, Oh yes, mouse acceleration. Because literally, it makes Ghostbusters looks tame in Bioshock, and you can't turn that off, or turn it down, or do anything with it.
Exactly.
Or Bioshock breaks.
It's a massive, massive problem.
So it's like, wow.
And it's like, sort of disappointing because I just cannot play it like that. I can't. The same reason I couldn't finish Ghostbusters. I just can't. There's no accuracy
The
at
one
all.
difference with me is, even though you hate my mouse with a passion, it's got 4 DPI settings.
Yeah.
Second one, it's just casual gaming, everything like that.
The thing is, even if you turn the DPI down, it's still really fucking... The acceleration is so severe that even if you turn your DPI down and your window sliders and your driver sliders, it's still way too much.
You see, because
you turn a little bit and it's slow as fuck, and then you turn a bit more and it just spins you around 5 times.
Because you've got a Razer mouse, like, those things don't work.
It's not even just because I've got a Razer mouse.
My first DPI setting at the moment is 100. 100 DPI. It is so slow, and yet on some games it can be so incredible quick.
I went looking basically to see if I could find a fix for it because I figured that somebody might have released a patch or something that I can just patch it up with, or a config file, modified config file, something like that. There isn't, and the Assassin's Creed forums are full of people that for the last 3 years have been asking for this to be fixed. And it's in Assassin's Creed 2, it's in Assassin's Creed Revelations, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed 3. A couple of other Assassin's Creed games that I can't think of the name of, and it's just like, why? And even more annoying than that as well is the fucking Uplay thing.
I'll tell you what,
fucking Uplay. I bought Trials as well, and that's Uplay, and it's like, I'm not buying any more Uplay games now.
Before we continue this talk of really shit games and things that you don't like, did I ever thought of things you're looking forward to in the new year?
For next year?
Yeah, because it's coming to the end, right? What is the things you're looking forward to now? Just until the end of, like, your life. But after this year, what are you looking forward to immediately?
Well, immediately, Walking Dead 2. It's not out yet. We don't know if it's going to be coming out this year or not.
It doesn't even have to be just games.
Oh, right. Oh.
Yeah. I can already think of mine.
Well, no, just what is there other than games?
Number 1 on my priority list, Steam controller.
Oh, the Steam
every problem
controller.
you've just explained in the shit game, because there will be no mouse acceleration, because it will be a controller.
Although I don't want to play Assassin's Creed on a controller, because that's just retarded.
But it also works exactly like a PC for those that like PCs.
It will be...
I'm not sponsored by Valve.
It will
be sponsored by Valve.
It will be immense. The Valve controller is going to be just revolutionary, because the main problem PCs always had controllers is there's 2 different inputs for controller. There's X input and direct input. And the AAA studios always go with X input because Microsoft pays them to. Allegedly. I better say allegedly. I'm pretty sure that's the reason why they don't bother supporting direct input, because there's no reason not to. Whereas the indie devs generally support both.
You got to watch out what you say.
And obviously, anyone with half a brain has a direct input controller because they're better. So it's like you have to then get third-party things like, Joy to Key or what's that, X360 CE and stuff like that to try and make these fucking things work.
But also, there's too many controllers. There's ones that look like Xbox, one that looks like PS3, ones that looks like SNES.
Yeah.
You can get SNES controllers for a PC.
But Valve's obviously just decided that enough's enough now, and they're fed up of people bitching that the store page says controller only, doesn't specify what input is and stuff like that. So they're just bringing out their own controller.
Oh, it puts down the wrong input.
Exactly.
Which a lot of them do because it thinks, we'll get more people that way. No, you'll just get angry people who will never buy from you again. Yeah. That is a bad idea. So it's like, if I run a game company, we're so rich right now.
So they're just going to bring out their own controller, and it's going to work with every single game on Steam, whether it's controller compatible or not, because they're just going to use a software layer like Joy to Key that will just allow you to map keypad buttons to joypad buttons, which has been a long time coming, to be honest. It's been a sort of rumoured thing for a couple of years, I think, and now it's finally going to come to fruition. It's going to be amazing. It really is going to be cool as fuck.
Well, that would be my number 1 spotlight of what I want to come out and everything. But that is the only bit of hardware I'm actually looking forward to. There's not anything else, really, as far as I know. So, number 2 and number 3 would have to be games, which could come out this year, could come out next year, which are Stonehearth and Banished.
Banished. Oh, yeah.
Banished is... Think Folklore, right?
Yeah.
That game that I think Sips played it. It's basically like a town building game, but with missions and such.
Yeah.
Where what Banished is doing is taking out the missions and going really for kind of like the looks every house will have a chimney that will turn on at night, and the lights will come on, and the windows will shut, and everything. At night, you'll have people who walk around and actually do stuff with each other. If you want to chop down a wood, you just literally go in. There's a jobs menu. You're a woodcutter now. For the rest of their life, they will be a woodcutter. Their son will be a woodcutter.
It sounds very much like it's trying to bring the town buildy genre towards The Sims.
But there's a lot of good town buildy genres coming out.
You know, looking really bloody good.
Yeah. I mean, the whole idea of Stonehearth is it's going to be basically like that, but with quests as well.
Yeah.
But you're also going to have more emphasis on the people you have. Not so much the emphasis of them building up a family and moving on and being nice and kind like that. But instead you will have jobs, roles, you'll have names for every single person. You'll know, like, Mary's the baker who's been baking her entire life or whatever. So, like, the kind of thing I did with Towns, where I identify people by their names, but then you get to, like, 40 people and you're like, well, I don't know who the hell anyone is anymore.
Yeah.
But obviously on this, because Mary's a baker and she's baked all her life and she's now, like, a level 12 baker, you would identify her as the baker.
Baker. Is there going to be, like, you know, threats to them, though? Things that can kill them and shit?
Oh, is there going to be threats, he says. There's going to be titans, colossuses. They're going to be just little raids from goblins and orcs.
Yeah.
So there's going to be loads of sieges like here, but say you build up a wall, which is going to be massively faster than this, because you don't have to do it piece by piece, you do it by literally going, put a wall there, and they put a wall there.
Yeah.
Right? A titan can come along, just smash your puny wall.
Yeah.
Just crush it beneath its might, and then let all the little people in.
You have to build defences and stuff as well.
But by the sounds of things, you're getting mages as well.
Alright.
And because we hit the Kickstarter target, we get dwarfs.
Dwarfs! Oh my god! Fucking dwarfs.
Aye, laddie, I'll be going to war now. We'd be like, oh my god, sexy.
So yeah, so the other thing I want to talk about, whilst we're doing all this stuff, is sort of the mixed messages of the way what we do and YouTube is going, because it's like this whole sort of thing of like playing games on YouTube is a bit of a mixed bag. Sort of all the indie devs fucking love it because it's obviously massive free publicity for them. They encourage people to do it. They have sections on their forum for you to share videos. Like the loads of football devs put my videos on their Facebook page and stuff, and it's like really cool that they're sort of interacting with the gamers. And then your AAA studios are, you know, slapping you with copyright writs and forcing you to shut your channel down. Which is nice of them, thanks, Electronic Arts.
Actually, they're not doing that anymore.
Really?
Nintendo and Sega now. Electronic Arts, you can do things
they still don't give out permissions.
They don't give out a blanket permission.
Yeah, which is the same as saying, you know, it's your risk. We might just decide to fucking change our mind.
They give out permission that you can make videos without monetizing them. They don't.
No, they don't. Because that's what I tried to do with Mass Effect, and they slapped me with copyright.
They do now, but if you get slapped with copyright, that's literally YouTube, not them.
No, it was whoever they've basically paid to copyright the music in Mass Effect.
Well, I found this out the other day. Apparently, it's not even them. What happens is basically they said to YouTube, look, here's all the cutscenes from Mass Effect. Yeah. Anyone who plays any music or has a single bit of Mass Effect in there, copyright it.
Yeah.
So it's not even them that's done it, or EA that knows it's been happening, but basically,
they know
it's YouTube doing it. Just going, right, I'll just slap it on him, don't mind.
But sort of, amidst all this, you've then got, like, the PS4 is coming out, right?
Yeah.
With the ability to stream directly to Twitch.
Because Twitch is going to get a massive influx right now.
That is true, but that is still no different than this in terms of copyright law, right?
The only problem is that, you know, when you're doing it live, it's very hard to stop you.
Well, it is, but it's technically even more illegal because it counts as a public broadcast.
Twerking apparently is banned on Twitch.
But yeah, so like Sony are essentially saying, what, we're condoning this? But then obviously the people making the games for the PS4 are going to be going, well, no, you're not allowed to stream this. And Sony, what's more, was one of the companies who were involved in the massive cull of YouTube a few years back. You know, and all the music vids got pulled down by Warner and Sony. So it's like Sony are like, on the one hand, they're like, oh, it's fucking copyright, rah, rah, rah. And then on the other hand, they're like, oh yeah, just stream it all to Twitch. Like, make your mind up. What is it? Are we allowed to do this? Are we not allowed to do this?
The one thing about Twitch as well is, if you do a broadcast on Twitch, you can make it so it doesn't show up afterwards.
Yeah.
So it doesn't save your library. Now, a lot of YouTubers, if they say they're going to stream, guys, and I know that a lot of people watch people who go, I'm going to go stream. Cry does it every night. He goes and streams. Right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people get pissed off because he streams, he did it today, 10 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
Right? Now, he does it at 3 a.m. in the morning, 10 a.m. But you can actually go to their Twitch TV channel and re-watch it.
Yes.
But some, you can actually turn that off. Say if you play copyrighted music in there, you have a dance around, you do a bit of twerking and such. If you're on a very small channel with only 200 people, they're not really going to dob you in.
No, but the point is, if government or indeed copyright agents decide to start monitoring Twitch,
which is the worst thing.
How is this going to work? On the one, if they come to you and go, right, you've been streaming, like say Mass Effect 5, right, and on your PS4. Copyright by EA, you're not allowed to do it anymore. But you're like, but my PlayStation lets me do that.
What I find quite interesting is the fact that basically YouTube as well, if they carry on the way they're going, all they're going to do is increase publicity for Minecraft and Valve again. Yeah. Because they're trying to stop people, like say if you go to EA and say, can I do this video? And they say yes. Technically EA don't know what they're agreeing to. You could do a video and say it's absolute shit. You could do a video saying it's great. You could put cutscenes in, you might take them out.
Yeah.
So they don't know what you're doing with their footage and all this. So what YouTube is basically going to do is only allow it if you have a blanket permission. So EA saying, oh yeah, you can do it without monetizing, would mean you can do it without monetizing, even if you message EA and get special permissions.
Yeah.
Which is stupid, because then people are going to go, well, I'll just go play Valve games and Minecraft that allow me to do that. Exactly. So everyone goes and plays Minecraft.
Because I mean, Valve, they were one of the companies that changed their mind about this, because initially their stance on putting Valve gameplay on YouTube was no, copyright, flat out, not allowed. And then obviously the more sort of people did it and made awesome, mainly TF2 based videos, they changed their mind and went completely the opposite way, started encouraging it, having the saxes, you know what I mean? And it's suddenly vastly different approach.
They also do Gary's mod videos on there and such. I mean, that's quite a good one for. But also now there's so much mods for it. Yeah. It's like Minecraft. You know when people do Minecraft, you look at the mods that they're playing. Like if they've got hamsters in the game all of a sudden, or they've got more creatures on, or realistical texture packs.
It's a hugely growing market. And the point is, you were saying the other day that like some of the changes YouTube are planning on bringing in are going to push out a lot of the big YouTubers. I mean, people like Nerd, PewDiePie, Machinima, everyone on Polaris and Maker.
And for anyone who sits there and says that you can't do that, remind them what happened to Smosh.
Well, yeah, exactly. Smosh's original fucking Pokemon video.
The one video that made them completely famous and YouTube famous.
Like hundreds of millions of views.
And still held up over all these years, right, to be the most watched video on YouTube. Gone. Taken down. Yeah. Don't want it. Pokemon theme. It's like, wow.
I know. That is just incredibly stupid. And it's like, the changes YouTube are about bringing in are going to make it even harder for people to do this.
What I find funnier is, after doing that though, is when Nintendo released their press statement saying, oh no, you can put videos on and we'll just put ads next to them now. We don't want to stifle everyone. It's like, really? Is that just because the minute you did that, everyone was pissed off with you?
I bet they were. Jesus. But the point is, if they go ahead with the changes they make and their big YouTubers leave, because like Cube's been on about leaving for a while, setting up his own website. Yogscast have their own website and they've hosted video content on there before. If the big lot were going to leave and everyone move off to like their own individual websites or just a replacement website set up by someone like Polaris, YouTube, imagine the revenue loss.
Don't get me wrong, YouTube has a lot of stuff on there. Now there's one slight problem that a lot of people don't look at. I looked at this a long time ago. Basically, if you're a musician on YouTube, a lot of them get copyright strikes of their own music that they've just made. And it's like, wow, thanks YouTube. And it takes them weeks to sort this out. Yeah. So it's like, well, they'll be moving. If another site crops up like YouTube, it would very much just take the entire market.
The problem that one of the big problems YouTube has is that there is no security in place for you as a channel.
Yeah.
Anybody can put in any copyright claim for whatever reason and just take your channel offline.
Yep.
And it can be complete and utter bollocks, but then the onus is on you to prove that it's bollocks. And that's a difficult thing, you know.
For an idea that anyone can do it, right? Fan art. Fan art is something that I really like. I like people, drawing fan art and seeing it and being like, wow, go check out more of the stuff they've done. Free advertising, like a game.
Yeah.
And basically, Yamimash had this problem with someone posted some fan art, he took it and put it in his video, and it was of someone else. So that person then upset, copyright striked Yamimash. It's like, you don't just copyright strike someone because they took a little bit of art. You message them and say, look, Yamimash, I'm not happy with you using that. Would you mind taking it down? In which case, he did.
Exactly.
So it's like, to a certain degree, I agree that you should be able to claim copyright on things that are yours, but you should always go around the first way.
There needs to be a better system in place. I mean, look...
If you go claim copyright, it should say, have you tried emailing them?
Yeah.
And have they replied? And if you haven't replied, and it knows that you haven't replied to an email from them, they shouldn't allow you to do copyright.
Exactly. There should be a better system in place. It shouldn't just be a case of, like, you can spend, like, 6 years building up your YouTube brand and everything, and, you know, got thousands of videos, and then some pillar comes along, slaps 3 copyright strikes on you, and that's it, you're gone. All your stuff's gone. End of.
Which has happened to a lot of people.
It has happened to a lot of people.
Or the Yogscasts, where they got a copyright strike that said they were below a specific age, and you're not allowed to be on YouTube because of that.
And they actually pulled their channel down.
The Yogscast channel was down for 3 hours, while someone at YouTube, who's a fan of the Yogscast, had to put it back up. And was like, I'm so sorry, guys. This is stupid.
It is stupid. I mean, that's sort of the whole point. And it could happen to anyone, even like, you know, PewDiePie or Smosh, big, massive YouTubers. It only takes some pillar to come along and flag them for something, and their channel's down.
Smosh have their own website now. Yeah. PewDiePie has his own website, but he doesn't post videos much on it.
I know, but a lot of them, this is the thing, a lot of them do have their own websites, and they have the ability to post videos if they want to. The way YouTube's going, I can see a lot of them moving off to their own websites.
If they want an own YouTube channel, Polaris is now opening up their website in order to basically have all the videos on there that you love.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you go on there now, they've linked it up so basically every person who uploads will be on the Polaris channel. So say like, if Markiplier uploads, but Yogscast upload, both of those videos will be on there, no differentiating between them.
Because one of the things they were on about doing is, like, not shutting down channels, but like putting age gates on channels that have swearing on, which is like pretty much everyone. I mean, think like Nerd, Yahtzee, PewDiePie, the Yogs. All those, they're not family friendly. They're not going to be able to slip through the age gate.
The Yogs don't swear that much.
No, but they
even
still
one swearing.
Yeah.
And if they fail to report that one swearing, would then deem their channel as a swearing channel that just doesn't allow.
Exactly. And it's also, you know, preventing their audience from seeing their content. So if they wanted, they could put their stuff on their own channel, and then everyone can watch it as normal.
Yeah. But all this is meant to be coming in January time, and just all next year just ruining it.
It's crazy stuff. Fuck knows what's going to happen. I mean,
the other thing is,
our channel's going to get age gated, obviously.
Oh yeah,
because we swear.
I don't know what you fucking are. For fuck's sake. Well, I told you we should get a cat. Me put videos on. We'll be PG again.
Another famous one, Emma Blackery.
Yeah.
I think she's quite popular, especially with a younger audience. But it's like, again, lots of swearing going on.
By younger audience, you mean teenagers going through puberty?
Yeah, pretty much. That is her audience, pretty much. That and the slightly pervier older men like me.
Okay, what am I then?
You're a slightly pervier older man.
How dare you? Slightly pervier older man.
Let's face it, you only watch Emma Blackery with a perv on her. Oh dear.
I listen to her arguments.
Nah, she's very funny. She's got girl balls, hilarious.
Yeah.
That's why people like
her.
Do
like some girl balls. We need a fan to say they've got guy balls.
Guy balls.
And then we can put that on.
Sounds like a really crap, like, rip off of Guybrush from...
It sounds actually more like McGyver.
It's got McGyver balls. McGuyballs. Brilliant. Right, we're going to leave it there, Val. We're coming up for time again. We've had a very long chat about stuff. Loads of messages just started flashing for no reason. Never mind. So we'll leave it there. We will see people next episode. Still got a lot of roofing to do. Still got some gravel to mine. Still got some stuff to do. I'm sure Craig Gummersall will think up some jobs for us to keep us busy.
Oh yes, most likely.
Right, see you next time, folks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.